this is my 4th year actively participating as part of the Jewish Police Association, and I have to say each year it absolutely moves me to pieces. And I've really made an effort to try and get as many members down, because it's so important that so many of them see and experience and feel it, because you know, and it's an issue I've discussed at length with members of Ajex. There is only a finite time that such a parade can take place in its current format, and I think it's important that everyone experiences it before that finite time is up.
My dad used to come every year, and after, when he couldn't drive anymore, I used to come and watch, and I used to bring
And it's inspiring to see so many people who served this country in the World War II and other conflicts marching here.
My name is Samuel Lewis. I was born in London, in the East End of London, and 43 years ago I went to Israel. I was brought up in the music business, and I went to manage one of the symphony orchestras there. Of course, I served in the British Army. I was a national serviceman, 54-56. I served in the Royal Artillery. I think you can recognise the badge. And I'm now the chairman of Ajex Israel.
And you've come from Israel for the Ajex parade?
I came, yes, 2 days ago. I came here on Friday afternoon, and I come here every year.
I'm Brian Bloom. I'm the National Deputy Chairman for Ajex.
What do you think of the concept of remembrance?
Remembrance is terribly important. We have a younger generation growing up now who don't really know what their forebears did, what their grandparents did, what their parents did. And it's terribly, terribly important that we pass the remembrance on to them for the next generation and the other generations. Because of what they did, they were national service people to the most. They didn't volunteer, they fought, they died for our freedom. And they must the younger generation is so important that they realise they have the ability to live in this country, to be respected in this country, because of what their grandparents did.
People have given their service to our country. They have died in the service of our country. We should not forget that fact, and this is our way of remembering. We attend local parades, city parades, as well as the Ajex parades.
I'm Maurice Harris, and I'm living in Newcastle, but I'm originally from London in the East End.
And why do you think it's so important to remember?
Well, I think it's very good for the youngsters to remember the sacrifices that the Jewish people made in the Second World War. Many people may not realise the amount of Jewish ex-servicemen. I think the number was about 60,000 people in total who served in the forces during the Second World War. And I think it's very good that people should realise the extent that the Jewish population supported the services.
And we have children laying 2 poppy posies at the cenotaph.
The parade was marvellous, and it's a very solemn occasion, but it's also a joyful occasion. We remember those who haven't survived, but also all those who have. I hope that it never happens again.
I always find this one of the most moving days in the annual calendar, and the weather's been kind to us, the crowd has been a good one this year, and the Ajex people deserve it. And the fact that they have JLGB now working so closely with them shows that there is a future for this, which is wonderful.
Ajex, they do a tremendous amount of work, not just commemorating things, but looking after people who gave the best years of their lives, to make sure that all of us can be free.
We can't forget, and we can't forget the part that was played by all the Jewish people in the war, and how the effort which they gave to in this country as well. You know, this is why we have today, because we have recognition, we have national recognition of what we did.
Can I add one further point? Sure. Ajex as an organisation and Jewish ex-service personnel are so highly respected by the other inter-ex-service organisations, and the consideration and respect we get is absolutely phenomenal. And it just shows the high esteem in which, 70,000 Jews served in the Second World War. We've been serving the sovereign since 300 years.
Well, I think any voluntary organisation that carries on in the way that Ajex has carried on and spreads the message and supports people in the community is really valuable, and I'm afraid this is what our society is going to have to do in the future. We're going to have to look after each other, and the Jews have always been very good at looking after each other, and if we can set an example to the rest of society about how to look after each other in all sorts of circumstances, I think we will have done a very good thing.